Welcome to the deep dive, everyone. And for today's session, we're stepping squarely into the ring for a special crypto judo match.
Crypto judo, I like it.
Yeah, we're diving deep into a growing challenge, really, in the age of Web3. It's all about digital communication and community. How do we build these spaces where we actually own our interactions, own our data?
It's a fundamental question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And today, you're going to get a ringside seat to understand two very distinct approaches, two heavyweight contenders trying to solve this exact problem in decentralized messaging.
That's right. So in this deep dive, we're going to unpack the nuances of first, the open network, known as TON, and second, Towns Protocol.
We'll be comparing, how they handle messages, their different takes on community building, and of course, the tokenomics, the fuel behind their different visions.
Absolutely. And for this crypto judo showdown, we've gathered insights from some key sources: Introduction Towns, the Open Network, and a really good comparative piece, Toncoin and TownONs, a crypto messaging comparison.
Good stuff there.
Yeah. So our mission today for you listening is to really pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge, the key insights from all this. We want to help you understand exactly what each platform offers, where their strengths lie, their strategic differences, and what it all means for the future of digital communities.
Basically giving you the essential info on two really critical players in this space.
Exactly. Consider it your shortcut. Let's get to it. All right, so before we have these two square off, let's get to know each contender individually, understand their style, their core strengths. First up, the Open Network, TON. What exactly is it? It's more than just a blockchain, right?
Oh yeah, definitely more. TON is really envisioned as a decentralized and open internet platform. It's not just one thing. It's actually made up of several core parts forming this big ecosystem.
Okay, like what?
So you've got the TON blockchain itself, that's the core. But then there's TON DNS for decentralized names, TON storage for distributed file storage, TON sites for decentralized websites, and TON proxy to help with privacy. Yeah, and the TON blockchain is kind of the glue, the core protocol connecting all that underlying infrastructure. It brings it all together into the TON ecosystem.
So it's really aiming to be a foundational layer for a whole new kind of internet. That's huge, much bigger than just payments. What's the ultimate ambition behind TON?
It's incredibly ambitious. They're really gunning for seamless connections across, all sorts of different blockchains. They want super high scalability, top-notch security. The goal, they state, is processing millions of transactions per second.
Millions per second.
Yeah, and eventually reaching hundreds of millions of users. And what's really interesting is its origin story.
Right, the Telegram connection.
Exactly. TON was originally developed by Telegram, the messaging giant, but now it's independently managed by the TON Foundation. That history, though, is crucial. It immediately links it to Telegram's massive user base.
Fascinating. A sort of decentralized giant born from a centralized one. Okay, so that's TON, big ambition, Telegram roots, aiming for universality. Now let's look at the challenger, Towns Protocol. How does its origin and purpose compare?
Towns Protocol is quite different. Very different focus and approach, actually. It's an open source protocol, and it's specifically designed for building decentralized, real-time messaging apps right from the ground up.
Okay, purpose-built for messaging. What's the tech stack look like?
It's pretty specific. It uses an EVM-compatible Layer 2 chain. Think of that as like a fast lane built on top of Ethereum, basically.
Right, for efficiency.
Yeah, and it uses decentralized off-chain stream nodes. Those are like decentralized servers handling the real-time message flow.
Yeah.
And it's smart contracts. They're deployed on Base.
Coinbase is L2, okay.
Correct. So the whole setup is designed for decentralized apps.
So really built for this specific job from day one. What's the big vision then? What drives Towns Protocol? What future are they aiming for?
Their vision is super clear. They want to empower people, users, creators, to, create, manage, and participate in secure, permissionless digital communities.
Permissionless, okay.
The goal really is a platform where users have complete control over their data, their privacy, their engagement, and protecting their reputation too. Their mission statement sums it up.
Yeah.
To secure freedom of communication for a sustainable, permissionless future.
That's a powerful statement. It really puts the emphasis on user control and freedom. Poses a big question, though. Can that Web3 ownership ideal really flourish when you build from scratch? And how fast can they actually scale compared to leveraging something existing?
That's the core tension, isn't it?
Exactly. Okay, now this is where things get really interesting. The core of the judo match, maybe? How do they actually handle messages? Because they take such different routes here. Let's start with Toncoin and TON.
Right, so TLN's approach to messaging is, well, it's indirect. That's their strategic move.
Indirect. How so?
Their messaging capability comes mainly through its deep integration with Telegram. So things like Toncoin transfers, blockchain payments, they're built directly into the Telegram app. Users interact via things like the Telegram wallet and TON space right within the chat interface.
Oh, okay. So it's not a separate TON messenger. It's plugging its crypto features into Telegram's existing messenger.
Precisely. It's leveraging Telegram, which is just massive.
What kind of reach does that give them? That sounds like a huge advantage, but maybe some trade-offs.
The reach is enormous. TON instantly taps into Telegram's global service, which, I mean, we're talking over 1 billion monthly active users. It's huge. But yeah, the trade-off is clear. You get unparalleled reach today, but you're doing it within a platform, Telegram, that is fundamentally centralized. TON brings decentralized features like payments, but the messaging layer itself isn't decentralized in the same way Towns aims to be.
Right. So incredible scale, convenience, familiarity, but maybe not the pure Web3 decentralization for the communication itself. That's a really important distinction.
It is. It's a practical choice for adoption, you could argue.
Definitely. Okay, so now Towns protocol. They're taking the opposite path, building from the ground up, you said. How do they handle messaging without piggybacking?
Correct. No piggybacking here. Town WNS is architected from scratch, specifically for decentralized real-time messaging. Its core feature is programmable spaces.
Spaces, what are those exactly?
Think of them as on-chain group chats. But they come with end-to-end encryption baked in, plus built-in governance tools and really granular control over who can be a member.
On-chain group chats. Okay. And how do the messages themselves work? Where are they stored if not on a central server?
Good question. The messages in Towns are stored using these distributed stream nodes we mentioned earlier.
Ah, the decentralized servers.
Exactly. So there's no single point of failure for the message history. And the whole system runs on that EVM-compatible L2 on base. This architecture is what allows for what they call fully permissionless programmable community conversations.
Programmable conversations. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it means the rules of the chat, who can say what, who can join, can be defined by code. So, summing it up, TOWNS is really focused. It's designed as a dedicated, decentralized messaging system, prioritizing user ownership and programmability of these communication spaces from the get-go.
Built for purpose, prioritizing sovereignty. Got it. Okay, so that leads us directly into community building. This is the heart of Web3, right? How do these different messaging approaches translate into building actual communities? TON offers scale via Telegram. Towns offers deep ownership. Let's compare those strategies. Start with TON again.
Well, TON's community building leverages that massive Telegram user base. Over 900 million monthly active users reported for 2025. It's just a huge pool.
Huge.
And the Toncoin integration for payments inside Telegram, mini apps, and bots makes it easy to transact within those communities, within chats people are already using. Plus, they offer developer tools, TON DNS, storage, mini apps, staking, to help people build things within that broader ecosystem.
So tools for building on TON and easy payments within Telegram communities. But what's the nature of community on Telegram itself? How does that compare to the town's vision? Are they truly decentralized communities?
That's a really key point. Telegram channels and bots. They allow for huge communities, almost unlimited size, great for broadcasting. But the sources suggest that the governance of those channels, the monetization of this stuff, largely stays centralized within Telegram's own structure.
Okay.
So while TON provides the decentralized financial layer within Telegram, the communities themselves often operate more like traditional broadcast channels or large chat groups. The deep Web3 ideas of owning the space itself or having programmable governance for the chat rules, that's less inherent in the Telegram model compared to how Talans is designed.
Right. It's like a vast public square provided by Telegram, maybe with some crypto features enabled by TON, but you don't necessarily own your corner of the square.
That's a good analogy, yeah.
Okay, so that distinction is vital. Now, let's pivot to Tau WNS. Their whole design seems built around this idea of deep community ownership, programmability, like giving each community its own digital property deed. Can you expand on that?
Absolutely. That's the core idea. Town's protocol is designed for community ownership. Every space, that chat room, isn't just a temporary chat. It's treated as an on-chain asset.
Yeah, an asset, like an NFT.
Essentially, yeah. It has a unique identifier on the blockchain. It's owned by the creator. That's fundamentally different from just starting a channel on a platform. And features like jading membership, setting prices to join, defining governance rules, that's all built directly into the smart contracts of the space itself.
Wow, okay. So creators have immense control and flexibility. It sounds like they can build their own little digital economies or governance systems right into the chat space.
That's the idea. It's highly programmable.
Can you walk us through some of the key features that really empower community builders on towns? What makes it different?
Sure. So first, as you said, ownable communication. The creator owns the space as an on-chain asset. Second, programmable spaces. The rules, like who can read or write, can be customized and even integrated with other smart contracts on EVM chains. Think dynamic rules based on NFT ownership or DeFi activity.
Okay, that's powerful. Integrations.
Yeah. Then on-chain memberships.
Mm.
Users might need specific tokens, maybe NFTs, to join or participate. This creates on-chain social graphs too, because you can see memberships and spaces on the blockchain, making things
For
discoverable.
transparency.
Exactly. They also have an extendable reputation system. Communities can build their own peer-based rating systems, also on-chain, to build trust. And crucially, underpinning all of this is end-to-end encrypted messaging. So even with the on-chain transparency of rules and membership, the actual conversations remain private.
So it's a whole layered system, ownership, programmability, on-chain identity, reputation, plus privacy for the chat itself. It's much more than just sending messages.
Definitely. It's building the social and economic infrastructure for the community, right into the communication layer.
And what about the incentives? How does the TONEN token fit into driving growth and engagement in this ownership model?
That's a huge part of their bootstrapping strategy. The TONEN token airdrop, which the sources mentioned launched August 5th, 2025, allocated a very large chunk, 57% of the total supply, specifically to airdrops and community incentives.
57%, that's massive.
It really is. It shows a strong commitment to getting the token into the hands of users and builders early on. Plus, they have staking rewards, potentially up to 50%, to incentivize holding and network security. And within the spaces themselves, there are features like native tipping, peer-to-peer trading, and those reputation points we talked about, all designed to encourage active participation and organic growth.
So the tokenomics are directly tied to participating in and building the network.
Very much so. It's about aligning incentives from day one, rewarding the people who actually build and use the network.
Okay, and quickly, what are the main components making this all work? It sounds like a few key pieces.
All right, at a high level, you've got the town smart contracts on base mainnet. They handle creating managing spaces, ownership, pricing, rules, moderation. Then the town's protocol itself, the town's chain and stream nodes, that's the messaging backbone. There's also the River Eridanus Association, a Swiss nonprofit supporting growth grants funded by token holders via governance. Yep, through the town's lodge, which stewards a large treasury of TONEN tokens and lets token holders vote on funding. And finally, clients. Since it's permissionless, anyone can build an app to interact with the protocol, like the town's app itself or late checkout. A very complete decentralized ecosystem design. Okay, let's move to the final round of our crypto judo match, tokenomics. The fuel for these engines. How do TN and TONEN tokens work, and what do their designs prioritize? Let's start with Toncoin. Okay, Toncoin or TON. It's the utility token for the open network. Its uses are broad, covering the whole ecosystem. You pay transaction fees with it, use it for staking to secure the network, validators earn it, it fuels smart contracts, pays for TO storage, proxy, DNS.
It works, basically.
Pretty much. And critically, it's used for payments inside those Telegram mini apps, giving it that direct link to Telegram's user activity.
And the consensus mechanism, how does that tie in?
It's proof of stake, so validators lock up TON, process transactions, and earn fees and staking rewards. In terms of distribution, it seems more usage-based. Rewards go to those running the network or using its services. It doesn't seem to have those huge predefined community airdrops like towns. It feels more like a mature token for an established broad ecosystem.
Right. Its value is tied to the utility across the entire TON platform and its integration with Telegram. Okay, now Town WNS, the native token of Town's protocol. How is its role and philosophy different? Sounds very community-focused from the start.
Exactly. The sources explicitly state the Town WNS token is purposely designed to bootstrap community-centric messaging and network effects. That tells you a lot. And the allocation reflects that huge 57% reserved for airdrops and community incentives. It's a clear signal. This is about building a community-owned network from the ground up.
A very different philosophy driving the distribution. What about the direct utility then? What can users and builders do with the Town WNS token within the protocol?
It translates directly into rewarding activity within towns. Things like getting higher staking bonuses, maybe up to 50% for being an active participant, earning reputation points that might have token value, using it for native tipping within chat spaces, enabling peer-to-peer trading directly in the community.
So, high direct utility specifically designed to make the communities themselves more vibrant and economically active.
Precisely. It's about incentivizing participation, rewarding builders who create cool spaces or tools, and getting early adopters deeply involved. The token is meant to be actively used within the protocol to drive that community flywheel.
Okay, what an illuminating deep dive. We've really seen two powerful but distinct strategies clash in this crypto judo match. On one side, TON. It leverages the massive scale of Telegram, integrates payments deeply, offers broad utility across its ecosystem. Its messaging play is indirect but potent, leveraging a familiar giant platform.
Yeah, it's the pragmatic play for massive immediate reach. And then you have Town's protocol, architected from day one specifically for decentralized messaging and community building. It puts ownership, programmability via smart contracts, and those aligned token incentives right at the core. It's the ground-up, pure-play Web3 approach to community sovereignty.
So, for you listening, thinking about which approach makes sense, well, if your priority is tapping into an enormous existing user base and integrating crypto payments smoothly into a familiar messaging giant, Toncoin and its Telegram integration offer a really strong path.
Definitely. But if what you're looking for is a truly decentralized, programmable infrastructure for community messaging, built from scratch where you or the creator owns the space, and where the tokenomics are explicitly designed to reward builders and active users from the very beginning,
Yeah.
then Towns offers that more targeted, perhaps earlier stage, but deeply sovereignty-focused environment.
It really boils down to that strategic choice. Leverage the existing giant or build the new foundation from scratch.
And that leads to a bigger thought, doesn't it? As we push further into this decentralized future, how is this tension going to play out? The tension between established platforms like Telegram adopting some decentralized tech versus these new protocols like Towns that are building ownership and permissionless communication from the absolute ground up. What will ultimately shape how we connect online?
What will truly define freedom of communication and community ownership in this emerging permissionless world? It's something to really mull over.
Definitely food for thought.
Think about it. Keep exploring these fascinating projects. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive, our Crypto Judo special. We'll catch you next time.